Hello everyone, this is Brenna, your friendly 121 LA, here today with a problem about sound intensity and finding the power of a sound at a certain distance. So this problem says yelling as loud as you can makes a sound intensity level of about 110 decibels at a distance of 1 meter. What's the total acoustic power? So when we talk about total acoustic power, we're just talking about the power of the source, right? It's this child, we're assuming, that is making the sound. They're making the acoustic sound, so they are the source of this power, right? And we know to find the power of a source, we use the equation I equals power of the source over 4 pi r squared. And we know all those things except for I. We have I in terms of decibels, but we need it in watts per meter squared. Well, it turns out that we do have an equation to turn decibels into watts per meter squared, and it's this one right here. So if we take our numbers and we go ahead and plug it into this equation, we can say, okay, we're going to have 10 times beta, which is 110 decibels, over 10 decibels times the intensity, the original intensity, I naught, which in this case, I naught is just the lowest intensity that we can hear, which is 1.0 times 10 to the negative 12th watts per meter squared. That's going to equal the intensity of the sound. So if we do that calculation, and I haven't done it yet, so let me get out a calculator here and go ahead and crank it out. Take 10. We get about 0.1 watts per meter squared. So that tells us the intensity of the yell, but we don't know that the power at a certain distance, and that's where we have to use this equation. So if I just scroll down here, I know that I is equal to the power of the source times 4 pi r squared. If I reorganize that, I get I times 4 pi r squared equals the power of the source. And go ahead and calculate that out. 0.1 watts per meter squared times 4 pi times 1 meter squared. If I go ahead and do that calculation, I get a power of about 1.25 watts. So I'm thinking now, how do I assess this? Well, 1.25 watts is not a lot, but if somebody's only 3 feet away from me and they're yelling at me as loud as they can, I can probably feel 1.25 watts, right? I'm able to feel it, and I would say, yeah, this seems reasonable. Obviously, we're not, it's not a high power, so we're not really doing any work or, heating anything up, really, but we can still feel it. So I think this makes sense. I'll catch you in the next one.